0-0 with under a minute into the first period here. Gonna get walking to my spot here, but Nathan Jess brings it into the zone. Shoots behind the net for Gavin. Gavin misses it. It'd be really nice if we scored a goal while I'm back here, huh? That'd be cool. Nope, not gonna happen. All right. Shot just off. Roan gathers it, tries to clear. He gets it past the EGF defender. Kimber pressures. Roan just gets taken out there. Kimber in the corner. Pushes it up the ice to Trevor Backus. Carries it into the zone. He's got Jess Fang over there, but can't control the puck. Kimber comes up, keeps it in. Backus chases to the corner. Evan Meyer keeps his own shot. Blocked by an EGF defender. Back to the corner. Trevor rides a kid down the ice, no call. Evan Meyer carries it out of the corner. Roan clears it out to Kimber, who cannot keep control of the puck. Gets taken out and stripped by number 10 for EGF. Pretty incidental, looks like. EGF's got it right in front of the net. Cannot put a shot on net though. Miles with a Superman poke check. They clear the zone. EGF dumps it back in. And 3 EGF guys on the ice. Not really sure who made that happen, but it looks like maybe simply an icing call. Hand was raised, but just for icing. We will have an offensive zone face-off here for the Spuds. Spuds win the faceoff. Kaysen brings it back to Jude Haugen, who dumps it in. Nathan Jess cannot get a handle on it. EGF attempts to clear, they get one. Out to center ice for Pendy. Brings it back up to Gavin. Clean zone entry, but no further. EGF coming the other direction. Getting harassed by Kaysen LeBon, who tries a centering pass, but actually hits right to an EGF player, who then gets it poke chucked away from him. It's becoming a signature move by Miles Tangen, the poke check. Superman poke check. Jude at neutral ice, carries it. Nathan Jess brings it in, dumps it around the corner. Kaysen's chasing behind the net. He's gonna get there. Hoping for a centering pass, maybe no one home. Jake and Tinquist with the backhander, tries to get it in. They freeze it. Spuds win the faceoff, keep it in the zone. Evan Meyer dumps to the corner. for Soika, who misses it. Michaels, comes up on it. Tinquist holds the zone. Backhander to Jonah, up to Soika, who misses the pass from Jonah. Tatum attempts to keep it in the zone, but he does not. Tinquist rubs the kid up. Soika handles the puck, tries to clear. EGF holds the zone there, getting 16 guys on that puck. Tinquist carries it out. It's him and Soika on a 2-on-3, it looks like. Leaves it back for Jonah, who gets a shot, and it's frozen. Offensive zone face-off here for the Spuds. They win it back to Krebs, who cannot handle it before the EGF guy gets it. Forgets to skate with the puck. Comes out, they get a clear. Spuds check up. EGF player on the bench didn't like it, had his hands in the air like he didn't care, wondering where was the call. And now there's an icing. Back for another offensive zone face-off. Win the face-off. Nathan Jess carries it around the net. He's going to try centering pass over to Jude Haugen, who misses it between his legs. Hendricks got his backside coming in, carrying it out, but turns it over in our zone. Miles freezes it. EGF clears, Evan Meyer handles it, neutralized. Harriman carries it into the zone. Up for Kaysen. Kaysen can't get it. EGF gets another clear here. Krebs holds his zone, gets his pocket picked by 17, who's skating it out. He's not going to shot off. Hendricks makes up for it. Gets a clear on a tip out from Chase Soika. Out to Tinquist, centers for Soika, who tips it, or Michaels tips it ahead, but EGF can't handle the puck. Back out to neutralize for number 17, who also can't handle the puck. Looks a little bit slippery out there, that puck today. Soika can't get a shot on it. 9 skates through neutral ice, through one guy, but not the second. Jonah with his soccer skills offsides. EGF wins the faceoff, but can't get his own entry. They bring it up to Chase Soika. Carries it in, but can't keep a handle on it for now. Getting rubbed up against the boards and hooked, but no call. Jonah battles for it. Tinquist out front waiting for a centering pass. Not going to get it right now. Chase goes for the wraparound. Tinquist attempts another shot, but it's a little too deep into his body frame. Again, Soika tries. EGF attempts to clear. Harriman holds the zone. Tinquist on the backside. Can't be there. Evan Meyer just gets clobbered into the boards. Not sure what's going to happen here. Looks like he's going to the box. Evan Meyer going to sit for what looks like maybe a checking call. Yeah, body checking. Defensive zone faceoff here to the Spuds. They lose it. EGF gets it on this power play here. 15 skates in from the point. Shoots high, glove side, over the net. No shot on net. We attempt to clear, can't get it. Jude Haugen skates it around the back of the net, puts it out there for Cam Kimber, who gets clobbered but stays on his feet. Gets it clear. Trevor Backus skates it, dumps it, chases it himself. We hold the zone up 5-on-4. We got a penalty kill here and a trip. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 35 seconds. Then the Spuds will go to a power play barring a goal. EGF wins the face-off here, 4-on-4, skates it up to number 5, passes a neutral ice, clean zone entry for East Grand Forks. Krebs holds him on the boards, just hoping for another skater to come out here sooner than later. Out to the point, EGF gets a shot, and it is off to the left. No shot on net there. Must have gotten tipped wide, hit the outside of the net. Krebs with the clear out to Kimber. In about 5 seconds, Myers coming on the ice again. Roan just gets something happen, dropped his stick. Kaysen harassing number 15. We are now on the power play. Nathan Jess with a clean zone entry, shot on net, glove down by the goalie. Right over his head. Sorry, didn't realize I was muted there for the last little shift. Trying not to let the music play. 2:30 left in the first period here. No score. Spuds versus East Grand Forks. Jonah carries it in the corner, battling for it, trying to dig it out. East Grand Forks gets it clear, but they're not able to get anything. It looks like both Jude Haugen and number 9 go into the box for mutual harassment of each other. I know that's not an actual call, but pretty much what they're doing. Looks like a roughing on both ends. Both sides. Neutral zone face-off after the offsetting penalties. 5-on-5 hockey here. Those guys will sit for a minute and a half until the next whistle. Soika carries it through neutral ice. 1-on-3 out to Tinquist. Tinquist misses the puck, but then gets it back, pushes it back to Evan Meyer, who also misses it. Back to Tinquist down low. Tinquist handles the puck, crosses it over for Chase, but he can't. Hey, we got a party. The lights. These lights have been going off and on a little bit today, so please don't mind the stoppage of play. Need safety second, guys. All right, here we go. Offensive zone face-off. We got the lights back on. Spuds win it. Gavin with a shot on net, glove down by the goalie. Doing a fantastic job here, boys. Spuds win it again. Back to Tatum Harriman, who takes a shot from the point, tipped by Kaysen, misses it, tries to shoot off the back of the goalie. Goalie gets back in time. Holding the zone there is Gavin Hendrickson. He takes a sauce pass over to Nathan Jess, who takes a shot on net, high and left, high and wide. Harriman holds the zone, dumps it back in for Kaysen, gonna go to the corner. Can't quite get a handle on it. EGF skates it, attempting a clear. It looks like they're gonna get it, and they will shot on net, so no icing there. I think Miles maybe put a letter play, but shows to be a third defender on the ice there. Make a good pass out of the zone. Gavin carries it into the zone, around the back of the net. Centers it, nobody home. Nobody home. Krebs holds the zone there. Nathan Jess behind the net. Back to Kaysen. Kaysen tries to wrap around. No goal. Goalie's got it sealed. Nathan still harassing the guy behind the net. And he gets run hard on the boards, but nothing. Gavin out front. Cannot quite get our passing down here. Hendy dumps it in the corner. Kaysen chases. Centering pass. Oh! Beautiful play off the blade. Kevin cannot put it home, but great attempt there by the Spuds. Kimber carries it back in, and that is the end of the first 0-0 after one. Got a Zam break coming up. Going to mute it, put it down, and we'll be back in a few. Back here for some more action from Shields in about a minute and a half. Second period underway here on the Shields rink at the Cullen Hockey Center. Oh my gosh, trying to get a glove on. Sorry, guys. All right. Need an image stabilizing gimbal here. Nathan Jess tries to carry it into the zone through neutral ice. East Grand Forks has other ideas. Oh, lots of guys on the ice. Lots of stuff going down. Hendricks carries it out of the zone. Neutral ice. EGF intercepts the pass. They get a shot. Jude Haugen with the block. Oh, and Nathan Jess tries to get a poke check. Ends up with a trip. Defensive zone faceoff. Spuds win it back to Harriman, who carries it up for Tinquist. Gonna try to get it out. Cannot. Attempted centering pass. Jonah catches it like it's a baseball. Out to Tinquist. Clears it. Then he gets it hit off his stick. Sorry, getting my other glove on. Okay. Good to go now here. East Grand Forks with a clean zone entry. 19 runs it around the boards for his man, but Harriman beats him there. Quick stop, turn around the bench. Michaels carries it out and pushes it all the way down the ice. Do not think it's going to be an icing. No, it is not. East Grand Forks gets it clear. They pass it over to Jude. Goes off the boards, and guy plays it from his belly. Jonah up against the boards, fighting for it. Chase joins him, brings it out. East Grand Forks gets to clear. Why do we only have, oh yeah, we only have 4 guys? Because it's a power play, a penalty kill. My bad. Attempted centering pass, they cannot keep it. Chase harasses him, can't get a clear though. Centering pass interrupted by Jude Haugen. Across to number 17. Can't get a shot on. And oh my. Through 2 of our guys and 1 of the EGF guys. Chase gets that pass. Todd is, he didn't pass it from here, he passed it from right here. He was right here. Not a nice. They are consulting on the pass, and Todd wins. Todd wins the argument. Way to go. Helps to have a head coach who is also a referee and keeping the referees honest. So here we go for a center ice face-off. Spuds win it. Kimber back for Jude Haugen. He's going to pass it across to Krebs. Krebs pushes it up to Backus. Backus is going to carry it into the zone with Kimber. Clear entry here. Kimber gets it taken off his stick. He gets it back. Shot on net. Goalie saves it. Not frozen yet. Jude Haugen with a shot deflected off to the right by an East Grand Forks player. Another one-timer saved by the glove. East Grand Forks goalie just staying right where he needs to be, seeing the puck really well. They get a clear down. Jude Haugen pushes it up, intercepted by number 17 at neutral ice. He is going to try and, I guess, push it in. There he goes, dumps it, and they chase. Jude with a nice little touch right past the guy out along the boards. Again, up for Jess Vang, who's going to carry it through neutral ice. Pass it, no-look pass to Kimber. Clean entry. Kimber's going wide. You got two guys centered, but no one's going to be getting that pass as it's on net. The goalie pushes it behind the net. East Grand Forks, golly, this is some slow skating. Jude Haugen brings it back, pushes it up the boards to Roan, who tips it up for Kimber. Kimber can't get a clean play on the puck. East Grand Forks carries it through neutral ice, pass through the legs, taken off the stick by Evan Meyer. Tatum Harriman carrying it up. He's got a one-on-one in the zone by himself. Oh, man, toe drag off the shoulder. Attempts to get the rebound himself and just cannot bury it. Spud's got to be getting a goal here coming soon. You can feel it. Gavin over to, Kaysen with a one-timer chip attempt by Jess. They ice it. East Grand Forks needs a change. That's a beautiful sequence there. Kaysen hits the one-timer. Jess attempts the tip-in, but it goes wide right of the net. EGF wins the defensive zone faceoff for them. They can't get a clear. Now they skate it out of their own zone. Up past our defenders. Quick shot by number 2, and Miles with the nifty glove. Jude attempts to clear. It's interrupted by number 26, East Grand Forks. Feisty little guy. Tinquist tries to clear. Same thing. East Grand Forks holds the zone. Centering pass. Gets tipped. Goes wide. Shot from the point. Tipped, and Miles gloves it. Jonah wins the defensive zone faceoff back to Kimber. Tinquist up on the boards, passes it up to Jonah, misses the pass. Soika was waiting for it. He goes out for Soika, doesn't have enough speed to carry it in, but he's going after it. Carries it into the corner. Centering pass off the side of the net. Soika still going for it. Jonah now on it. Harriman attempts to hold the zone. East Grand Forks gets it through his skates around with a pass. 26 misses it. Evan Meyer plays it neatly there. tries to pass it up. Defenseman gets in the way. Jonah tries to get up to chase. Carries it in by himself. Still has it, getting harassed by 3 East Grand Forks players and still has the puck. How does Jonah Michaels still have the puck, everybody? Tinquist with a centering pass attempt. I should say Michaels centers it for Tinquist, who gets interrupted by East Grand Forks goalie. Harriman comes down. Miles with a glove save, deflected out front. Harriman's carrying it out, going with Jonah Michaels through center ice. Tatum carries it around the defenseman, coming in clean. Shot on net. Goalie gloves it, cannot freeze it. Rebound attempt by Jonah. Makes another save. Jonah still battling it by himself. Up against the boards, going to center it for Backus. Maybe, nope, goes out to Krebs, who's going to shoot from the point. Attempted tip in, but Backus' stick was being lifted by East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks gets a clear, and that will be an ice. All right, offensive zone face-off here for the Spuds. Making sure Backus' skate is exactly where it needs to be off the hash mark. Wow. All right, East Grand Forks just throws Kimber to the ice. No call there. Pushed him right in the back, and he fell right to the ice, but that is not a penalty in this game, apparently. Backus attempts a lifted stick. Krebs holds the zone, plays the body well, still holds it again. Dumps it back in. Roan Jesfang chasing. Backus going to be in the corner. Tips it out. Krebs keeps it in. Trevor Backus still. And now East Grand Forks finally clears it, but can't get a hard pass. So weakly touched right in neutral ice. They got 4 guys waiting on the blue line to go in. Offsides. East Grand Forks on the change. Center zone face-off here. East Grand Forks wins it, but goes back to the Spuds. Evan Meyer pushes it up for Gavin Hendrickson. Clean zone entry. Centering pass attempt blocked by East Grand Forks, and the lights go out again. It's happening in both the Shields and Bushy rinks at the same time. Quite the interesting ordeal here at Cullen Hockey Center today. Gavin backhanded pass to Nathan Jess, plays it off his skate to himself. Tatum harasses that forward, cannot get it out. Clean entry back in for Nathan. He's going to skate it back around, shoots it back to Gavin. Gavin centering pass, nobody home. Nathan gets there in the corner. He's going to go with it. 2 East Grand Forks guys on him, and they attempt a clear, and they are successful. Barely. Not a lot of hard touches here on the puck. It's interesting. All right, Laban leaves it pass for Jess, who pushes it up along the boards and then is quickly pushed into the boards by an East Grand Forks player. Kaysen fighting for it by himself, getting elbowed in the ribs. Gavin attempts to center it to nobody because we didn't have anyone there. Kaysen chasing it around the back. He's going to push it out to Evan. Evan's going to get a shot from the point. Goalie gloves it. Spuds lose the face-off. Tinquist gets taken out, and he lets the guy know he didn't like it. Didn't use words to tell him, just a stick. Okay, Jude Haugen pushes the guy into the corner. Soika misplays it. Krebs goes around the front of the net instead of chasing the puck, and then he comes out with it anyway. Krebs out to Michaels, who's going to skate it up to Soika, passes it, clean entry. Soika's going to battle for it down in the corner, it looks like, and he's got a couple guys out front waiting for him. Centering pass to Jonah Michaels, gloved by the East Grand Forks goalie. This goalie is insane right now. All right, Spud's really trying to get a goal here. This goalie is playing out of his mind. Glove saves, out of position, but still making the save somehow. Looks like we're going to have to do a tic-tac-toe kind of thing to get this goalie out of position enough not to miss the glove save. And delayed penalty called here. Looks like East Grand Forks bench made the call, and then the referee raised his hand. Though, to be fair, it was a trip by Hendricks Krebs. Hendricks sits for a minute and a half for a trip. And Spud's going to the penalty kill with a defensive zone face-off here. Kimber to take the face-off. East Grand Forks wins it, shoots it high and wide, glove side of the net. They bring it out. Kimber intercepts the pass right at center ice. They get a clear. Jess Fang is going to carry it up center ice, and they get a dump. Kimber's chasing, holding that puck for 19. And looks like they're sending the East Grand Forks kid and Kimber to the bench. I mean, for offsetting roughing penalties. Once again, two guys sitting at the same time. East Grand Forks will maintain the power play here, skating 5-on-4 for another minute and 1 second. 'Some confusion here. East Grand Forks thought they had too many men on the ice, but indeed they still have a power play with the offsetting penalties. East Grand Forks wins it back. They're going to try to get a clear. Harriman holds his own for a second, and then they get a clear, and Kaysen harasses him. Nathan just going to carry it into the zone here. 1v3. He's got Kaysen out front. Attempted a centering pass is blocked by East Grand Forks. Nathan Jess alone down in the corner, getting just beat to a pulp in the corner, but no call. Stick to the ribs, stick to the arm. Don't matter, I guess. I guess the box is kind of already full. Anyway, Tatum carries it down in the defensive zone, passes it up for Jess, who chips it up ahead to Kaysen, who's got a clean entry, but then it is cleared and iced by East Grand Forks offensive zone faceoff. Upcoming. .15 seconds remaining on the one-man advantage for East Grand Forks, and they ice it again. So another offensive zone face-off here for the Spuds upcoming on the penalty kill. It's amazing how differently this age group plays when there's a power play. It's like they feel like they got to clear the puck instead of skate with 5 guys versus 4. But, you know, it's why we play the game. Learn, grow, get better. They get a clear, but not a very clean one, and then they skate 2-on-1. Roan Jesfang punishes number 2 right into his own guys. Looks like a high stick on number 2. And right as the power play, the penalty kill expires, Roan sits for a high stick. 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the period. Sorry for not giving you too many updates on the time. Score remains 0-0 here in the second period. So Spuds will be short man for another minute and a half here on the penalty kill. Jonah wins it back to Hendricks, who pushes it out to Jude. Jude is going to chip it up the boards to Tinquist. East Grand Forks holds it. He gets a shot on net. Hendricks tips it, and Miles still gets the save, which was really good. Tinquist and Michaels bringing it into the zone. Michaels is going to try center it, maybe. No, he's stuck down in the corner. East Grand Forks comes out with the puck, still on the power play, but cannot get a clean zone exit for themselves. Jude Haugen making it difficult for him. Toe drag, they get it back. He's not stopping. He gets it back to Tinquist at the point. Tinquist is going to shoot it, maybe. No, backhand attempt to Jonah Michaels. East Grand Forks still cannot get it out of the zone, and they have 5 skaters, guys, and we only have 4. Jonah, Jude, Jakin, and Hendricks on the ice. They finally clear, but look dog tired for having 5 guys on the ice here. They finally get a clean zone entry, and he brings it back and forth and back and cannot keep it. Number 12, fresh skater for East Grand Forks, comes on the ice, looks a lot fresher. Centering pass attempt interrupted by Miles Tangen out to Tinquist, who pushes it to middle ice, neutral ice. And East Grand Forks trying to get a clean entry here on the power play. They do, but not with possession. Jude Haugen gets it, and that was an interesting choice. Nathan Jess ends up with a puck. He is skating with Tinquist. Clean entry, left back for Tinquist, who was going to the bench, so they didn't see it. And then Nathan gets taken out. And then there was a trip right here after the play. Kids decided to put his skates where Jude Haugen's stick was, and he fell over. And they looked for a call, but officials were looking over this way at Jess when he got taken out. Having a discussion here. Not sure what it's about. Maybe an explanation as to why he didn't get a call. Kaysen wins that into the zone, gets trips up on himself, and then gets hooked. East Grand Forks with a clean zone exit, but cannot pass it to themselves. Tatum with a great play. Yep, there's some extra stuff going on. Nathan Jess, one-timer to Gavin Hendrickson, but just a little too much on it. He's going to push it out around the back of the net. He pushes it up, but East Grand Forks interrupts the pass, and 4 of their skaters right by him come out with it. Nathan loses his stick again. And here we go. Harryman getting harassed all by himself there. He's got 3 guys. Number 9 ends up with it coming in, and Tatum's going to tell him what he thinks about doing that to him up on the boards. It is getting chippy. Number 9 comes away with a toe drag, and he cannot get a shot because Nathan Jess harasses him with the puck, and he goes down. Gavin carries it out. Centering pass attempt interrupted by East Grand Forks twice as I was saying that, and it's almost like they knew what I was saying. Number 12 carries it deep. Evan Meyer harasses. Centering attempt broken up by Tatum. Evan Meyer back in the corner, playing it from a knee, centers it actually right to an East Grand Forks player, gets a shot on net, and Miles with the right pad save. Kaysen's carrying it out of the corner, skating it up ahead. He's got 2 guys up there. Gavin Hendrickson chips it, so they won't know, and keeps possession, goes down to the corner. Nathan Jess gets it there, waiting for Gavin. Gavin comes around. Oh, just before they get the shot, the buzzer rings, and it is still 0-0 after 2 periods of hockey here Start of the third here. We got Evan, Tatum, Chase, Jonah, and Jakin. Lots of J's out here. Oh my gosh. Trip on Jonah and Spuds to the power play right away here. 14 seconds into the third period. Some of the kids were looking for a shift change there 14 seconds into the third, but they're called back out. Jonah wins it back to Jude. Jude's going to come right up, take a shot, and it is gloved down after being tipped twice. First by East Grand Forks stick and then by Chase, and just goalie is seeing the puck right into his glove just about every single shot here. Face-off is one back to Jude Haugen, pushes it over to Hendricks Krebs, who gets a shot almost gloved down by the goalie, not able to freeze it. Back down to Jonah in the corner. Jonah's going to try, pushes it back out to Hendricks. Hendricks skates it in, shoots it, gloves it down, poke check. Chase wins it back to the corner. He pushes it back to Jude, who cannot hold the zone, unfortunately. Turns it over in neutral ice, but number 2 cannot skate it. He stays with him. Jonah's back there. Chase is there. Someone's going to come away with this puck here in a second. Chase. And Chase pushes it up the ice. East Grand Forks right over to Jonah. Tripped, but no call. Clean entry. Jude is going to push it down. Chase down in the corner. Chase back to Tinquist. Tinquist behind the net. Centering pass out to Jude. Shot. Goal! Goal! Finally, slides through the goalie's 5-hole, out to the left side of the crease. It is tapped by Soika, but not quite enough. And then Jonah steps into the crease and buries it. Spuds up 1-0 after 2 periods. We're a minute and, 22 seconds into the third period. We capitalize on the power play. And Spuds take the face-off center ice. They win it, but cannot carry it into the zone. East Grand Forks dumps it, chases, and takes out Tatum, but he cannot. Oh, Miles with a fantastic chest pad save. Isn't able to swallow it. That is almost offsides, but Nathan and Gavin in the zone there. Kason Laban attempts to carry it around the net, harassed by number 11. Jude Haugen comes up to keep it in, but right back to East Grand Forks, number 11. Pushes it out to number 12. Evan Meyer holds the zone, dumps it back down in, and we got a couple guys chasing, but not too many. East Grand Forks dumps it out of the zone. Krebs holds it at center ice. Back up to Nathan Jess. Krebs pushes the kid over, looks for the call, doesn't get called for anything, then comes back to play the game. Gavin tries to dump to the corner. East Grand Forks continues to get those possessions. Most of the time, Gavin shoots it out to Nathan. Nathan getting stick handling and harassed by number 11. I feel like I'm calling his number a lot here. Gavin tries to push it back. East Grand Forks skates it out of the corner. They get a clear, but do not maintain possession at neutral ice. Nathan tries a nifty stick handle, turns it over to the skates of number 9. 26 carries it in, gets a shot blocked by Hendricks. Hendricks carries it out and clears it. 17 dumps it back in and punches Hendricks in the face. And he gets a call for punching Hendricks in the face. Y'all better watch that replay right there, because that was a clear, close-fisted punch right to the face. We're going to see what this is. Looks like he's talking to him about it. Roughing. Looks like simply a 90-second penalty for a punch in the face. Interesting. I don't know what constitutes like, say like a 2 and a 10 or something like that, but certainly a closed-fisted punch to the face ought to be something close to that. Kimber wins the face-off down. Spuds on the power play here. East Grand Forks gets a clear, but cannot keep possession of it. Kimber carries it back in, getting harassed. Clean entry from Kimber here. Centers it. Oh, goalie stops the centering pass. Roan can't control it. Turns it over back behind the net. East Grand Forks carries it out of the zone. Evan Meyer steals it away. Centers it back for Backus. Move your feet! Backus to Kimber. Sorry. All right, Kimber, Jess Vang. Jess Vang gets it behind his back. Evan Meyer carries it up. He's going to center it, maybe. No. Oh, what a shot attempt. 2 saves by the goalie on the leg pad. Can't get it lifted. And Tatum can't quite hold the zone. There's quality scoring chances there for the Spuds. Can't capitalize on it. Trevor up to Kimber. Kimber stick handles, gets a shot on net. Sticked away by the goalie. Trevor attempts another shot on net. Soika's there on the backside, but flips over the back of the net by the goalie. Krebs dumps it back in. Soika there, harasses him, goes to the corner. Michaels gets it. Jude Haugen holds the zone, shoots it up. Jonah Michaels into the corner versus big number 15. 15 clears it around the backside of the boards, but Jude Haugen holds the zone for a moment. Tinquist holds the zone. Soika. And now they skate it out. Jonah plays the body and can't get it. Continues to chase. Gets it in the zone. 15. Sorry, forgot I was filming for a second. Thought you were just watching what I was watching. Need some meta glasses for this business. Tinquist tries to cross-check the kid off the puck, but he just keeps going. Then he just takes down Jakin right there. No call. Soika slashing him in the shin pads. On him, on him, on him! Buddy! Let's go, Spuds! Go get it! Sorry for yelling. Getting animated here. Jonah up against the boards by himself again. Carries it away, passes it out to Hendricks. Skates it to himself, shoot, and tipped but wide. Soika takes it, passes it out to Harriman, who holds the zone, dumps it back in. East Grand Forks, first ones to touch after that. Goes and gets it. Gavin Hendrickson tries to keep it in. Evan Meyer tries as well, but he clears. And 12's got a head of steam, but he's not going to beat Nathan Jess to it, who just nonchalantly takes possession in his own zone, skates it out up to Gavin Hendrickson. Gavin shoots, goes glove side, but just wide right. Tatum dumps it down for Kaysen. Kaysen centers, skates around, tries to take it himself, but can't get it. Bouncing puck, Gavin misses. East Grand Forks clears. But no ice because it did not make it all the way to the goal line. Evan Meyer skates it around. Stretch pass up to Gavin Hendrickson, who taps it into the zone. East Grand Forks can't get a clear because the referee is apparently wearing a green jersey or an orange jersey, keeps it in the zone for the Spuds. Nathan Jess harasses number 3 down in the corner. Jude Haugen steps up to seal the zone. Skates it back around. Nathan Jess keeps it in the skates. Shot blocked by number 3. Jude dumps it down into the corner. Kaysen there for it, but East Grand Forks, actually it looks like number 17 might have blocked that as he is still limping. It's a great shot block. Way to sacrifice the body for your team, buddy. Miles with a shot down the ice. Right over the dot. Pretty good accuracy there. Okay. Kimber wins the face-off. Passes it off the boards up to Backus. Rolling puck, not able to be played. 26 plays it out of the, skates it out of his own zone and into our zone. Evan Meyer rubs him up against the boards. Off the puck. East Grand Forks get a centering pass, saved by Miles. Trevor plays it off his skate to himself, then gets shoved into the boards, and no call. Evan at center ice dumps it, and Trevor chases. East Grand Forks gets possession in their end, skates it out. They got a 3-on-2 developing here, but he cannot handle it. Falls on the blue line, out to Kimber. Kimber's going to carry it in. He's got Soika on the back end. Attempts a centering pass, but it is interrupted by number 15 with that big reach. Chase centering pass to Tinquist, and the goalie gloves it somehow. Jude Haugen holds the zone for a second and then no longer. East Grand Forks gets it. Jonah, Chase, Jude, Hendricks, and Jakin out there right now. Jonah skates it in. Chase can't keep it on his stick as it bounces to him. East Grand Forks clears it, and it looks like an ice. Sure is. Offensive zone face-off coming up here for the Spuds. Spuds lose the face-off here in the offensive zone. East Grand Forks gets a clear, passes it up along the boards to Hendricks, and then trips. Jude has it, trying to get it up on the boards. Pushes it to Jonah, who's going to push it back behind the net over for Chase. Chase is going to clear it out. East Grand Forks looks to be in control here. But they have an errant pass up to Hendricks. Hendricks shoots it up to Jonah. Jonah's got Chase there, and 3 East Grand Forks guys on him, and still has possession of the puck because it's Jonah Michaels. That's just what he does on the boards. Comes away with it, skates it right in, over to Jude, who one-timer off the pads. Jonah shoots it. Chase and Tinquist there trying to bury it, but this goalie is playing lights out. Lights out. Spuds up 1-0, 4:50 remaining in regulation here. Kaysen wins the faceoff, back to Tatum. Tatum with a shot on net. Goalie save, pad save after it's tipped by Kaysen. Spuds win the faceoff. Gavin with a nifty little move. Backhand, forehand, blocked by them. Poke check by the goalie. Tries to get it out. Number 5 can't quite clear it. Now he does. Right over Evan's head. Tip, so no ice. Icing is waved off. Tatum gets it. Comes back. Evan Meyer with a Meta with a attempted clear, but turned into a centering pass right to an East Grand Forks player. Shoots it from the blue line and gets a tip. Now Gavin, soft touch up to Nathan. Nathan leaves it back for him, but he can't quite get there in time. And East Grand Forks tries a stretch pass, intercepted by Jude Haugen. And Kaysen shot it so hard the lights shut off. And now the lights are back on. So now we're gonna have a offensive zone face-off as The lights shut off after the puck entered the zone. East Grand Forks coach is not happy with that choice, but I'm sure if it was the other way around, he would be happy, because that's just what bias does to humans. Okay, here we go. Offensive zone faceoff. Kimber's going to take it. He wins it over to Jess Fang, passes it back to Jude, who doesn't quite get there in time. East Grand Forks up on the boards. Pass intercepted by Hendricks Krebs. Oh boy, that was a slow rolling puck that Miles saved, and I assumed they were going to blow the whistle, but they didn't. East Grand Forks beats on Miles's glove, and interestingly enough, no penalty there. So we have a defensive zone face-off here. Got Jonah, Chase, Jakin, Hendricks, and Jude taking the defensive zone face-off. Jonah wins it back to Jude, who skates it around the around the net, up to Tinquist off the wall. Tinquist clears it up off the wall. Dump pass by East Grand Forks, chips over everybody's head. Hendricks to Tinquist. Tinquist up on the boards. Can't quite get it out. East Grand Forks with a shot blocked by Jude. Spud's attempt to exit the zone the other way, and East Grand Forks offsides. Okay. Ba. Face off in neutral ice. One back to Evan Meyer, who's going to skate it up, pass it up to Gavin Hendrickson off the boards. Gavin can't quite get there in time. Referee interrupts Evan's attempt to play the puck with his skate, and we clear it. Tatum clears. East Grand Forks with another clean entry here, trying to pirouette, but he can't get it. Tatum's going to skate it out to neutral ice, pushes it up to Kason Laban, who carries it cleanly into the zone. Spinorama pass and tripped on the play. East Grand Forks plays it, and again, looks like we have a penalty on Tatum for a hook, allegedly. I mean, it's not alleged because he's going to the box, but, you know, in my mind, I'm not sure how that works. Currently 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in regulation. Spuds to the penalty kill here in the third period. Tatum Harriman sitting for a hook. 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Spuds up 1-0. Spuds win the face-off and get a nice clear with no ice by Nathan Jess. We got Nathan Jess, Kason Laban, Jude Haugen, and Evan Meyer on the ice. Nathan gets taken out by number 19. Kason carries it in all by himself. He's going to skate it, hardly get anything in the way of defense by East Grand Forks. Looks like there's spectators just kind of watching this game. Nathan is getting tripped and not called, so that's cool. But now he gets the puck right on him, and he gets a shot on net on the blocker. Kason with the rebound over as the goalie plays the stick. Jude Haugen harasses the East Grand Forks players. Can't make a play on the puck, but 26, one of their best skaters, comes in, plays it. Miles with the save. Touches it just a little bit too hard and cannot get a legit shot on net, so that tip will count as a shot, but it didn't have much on it at all. 34 seconds remaining in the power play for East Grand Forks. Defensive zone face-off here. We got Jonah, Cam, Hendy, and Jude. Cam skates it out all by himself, goes through neutral ice. Kid drops his stick. Cam is just on the guy right there, harasses him, makes him make an errant pass. Jonah is there. Centering pass attempt. Jonah plays it out to neutral ice, tips it over to Jude. Jude is going to play it, dumps it deep. We got 12 seconds remaining on the penalty kill here for the Spuds. 26 is carrying it out from the defensive zone by himself. Jonah interrupts him, plays the body, loses the puck. 15 with a nice shot on net, saved, shoulder saved by Miles, dumps right back in. Jude goes right to Jonah's head, Tinquist plays it up to Kimber. It's a little heavy. It might be an ice, and it's an ice by about 2 feet. 54 seconds remaining in regulation. Spuds full strength. Timeout, East Grand Forks. All right, here we go. 54.6 seconds remaining in regulation. We got Jonah, Chase, Miles with a nice save there. We got Tatum, Jonah, Chase, Jakin, and Evan on the ice. Jonah tries to get it out himself. Miles with a nifty glove save there, keeping the game 1-0. East Grand Forks wins the faceoff. A wild one-timer slap shot from the point goes about 15 feet wide left and almost hits Tatum in the face. But Miles then freezes it on the rebound along the back of the boards behind the goal. All right, now we've got Evan, Kaysen, Gavin, Tatum, and Nathan. Face-off won by Kaysen. Evan Meyer down in the corner. Oh my gosh, I'm zoomed in too far. Sorry, guys. We got 22 seconds remaining. Trying to clear the puck. Doesn't look like we're having too much success there. East Grand Forks holds the zone. They get a shot on net. They have 6 skaters, empty net here, which you probably all knew, but I didn't yet. Kaysen coming for an empty netter. Hey, after a trip. And allegedly right before the buzzer. So it's going to end 2-0 Spuds versus East Grand Forks. Miles Tangen with another shutout, winning for the Spuds. Great team effort. Good game, boys.